Hey guys, so for this video, I'll be doing an unboxing of T-Ara's 11th mini album. It's not really their 11th mini album because they had repackages and they counted those as actual releases. And it's just messed up how they title everything, and because it's such a mess. And after showing you guys what's inside, I will be commenting down on this release and my views on it. Their comeback that's announced to be in November, and some collecting plans that I have with T-Ara. So if you want to hear about those, stick to the video. If you just want to look at what this album looks like, I will just quickly go through it. It has a really thick photo book. So for those who are curious how big this album is, this is how big it is compared to a jewel case. It's actually pretty big. Another quick comment regarding this: if you are a T-Ara fan or you want this album, I would recommend getting it now, because this album is gonna go out of print, or I think it's out of print now, and there's just a few copies still in stock in a lot of K-pop stores. This didn't really hit big for T-Ara, but I've seen a lot of prices increase for this, and that means that there's not a lot of copies left for this. So if you are a T-Ara fan that doesn't have this, I would recommend getting this if you are wanting to collect all of their stuff. And same thing for everything else past T-Ara releases. Jiyeon's solo is out of print. Hyomin's solo is out of print. And so if you find those things at a good price, I would recommend just getting them instantly, because all of their releases now are going out of print, because they're really older releases, and T-Ara doesn't have that big fandom that they used to have before, sadly. But I mean, I'm being realistic here. So it's like one of my biggest tips. So I wanted to mention this in this video, and I think I will with every T-Ara release, because I think that for those who are planning to collect all of their stuff, or are missing some of their older stuff, get them now before they get to ridiculous prices. I just did an unboxing of an FT Island repackaged album, and it took me almost 2 years to find it at a decent price. So get T-Ara stuff now before it's difficult to find, and you have to buy it for 3 times what it was worth originally. So enough with the ranting. So we have a group shot here, and then here's what the back looks like. Okay, so I'll go through this fast, because so if you want to just look at a certain picture, just pause the video. So here's what the group picture bottom. I really like this concept with T-Ara. That was one of the few things I really enjoyed with this release. Soyeon. This is a really thick photo book. There's a lot of pictures in here. Hyomin. Jiyeon. She's my favorite, if you were wondering. But it's so difficult to pick a favorite in T-Ara. Right before Hyomin, there's Anjung and Hyomin, and then Soyeon. I just like all these girls. Oh, Jiyeon. So cute. These are from the music video. Tracklist. So another thing that pissed me off, not a T-Ara but their company, we only get 3 new songs in this, and this album is pretty expensive compared to in general K-pop albums. And we only got 3 freaking songs in this. Most of the price goes for the photo book, but it just really upset me, because we waited for this comeback for this one for a long time, and we only get 3 songs, and they just kind of announced that the new comeback is going to be 3 songs. I think they deserve a full-length album by now, because it's been, what, 7 years since they debuted it, and they only have one full-length album in Korea. So 3 songs, So Crazy, the song, and For You. And then we get a Chinese version of So Crazy and an instrumental. So we have lyrics here. The song is produced by Brave Brothers, music staff, and MV staff. So these are the credits. The back, here's what the disc looks like. It just has a group picture of the girls. And the back again. So, okay. Being completely honest, I didn't really enjoy this comeback. I bought this because mainly I collect everything T-Ara has released. Well, most of the things that they release. If you've seen my collection video, for all my albums, T-Ara was the group that I had the most albums from. So as you can see, I am a big T-Ara fan, and I've always enjoyed everything they put out since they debuted it. I've been extremely satisfied with all the songs they released, both in Japan and in Korea, and they're such a great group, and I think it's really upsetting that the whole scandal affected them and kind of ruined their reputation. And what makes me happiest is that they're still fighting through, even though their past releases have not gained not even half of the success that their earlier stuff got. And yes, so this title track was produced by Brave Brothers. Brave Brothers gives so many girl groups, rookie girl groups, a bunch of other girl groups, like very generic songs. Those are the songs that don't really hit big. I think one of the Brave Brothers usually picks a certain girl group to give their best songs to, and we've seen that through, well, Sistar's earlier work was all Brave Brothers stuff, so he gave them their best song, and then his best songs. Then he gave all his best songs to AOA, and then once AOA hit it big, they decided to abandon Brave Brothers this year, and I think that's just the smartest way to go with I guess your music releases, because sometimes Brave Brothers songs start sounding the same. There's some, of course, you obviously know when it's a Brave Brothers songs because they have this certain type of like beats and sounds and chorus to them, and like for instance, Sistar started getting that, so they went away from Brave Brothers, and then AOA realized that as well, and then they stopped working with them this year. So I think T-Ara was trying to get, or their company was trying to get that momentum back, because of course AOA had like a big break with the triple hit release with Like a Cat, Miniskirt, and Short Hair, and then their massive hit, and well, the biggest hit yet, Heart Attack. And they just paid Brave Brothers to make another song, and they got so good. And honestly, it's not so good. It's so generic, to put it in the best words. I think it's a catchy song. It's not a bad song, but it's not something I would compare with anything that T-Ara has released in the past. It does not go anywhere near songs like Cry Cry, Day by Day, Sexy Love, Number 9, Boppy Boppy, Roly Poly, Lovey Dovey, I Go Crazy Because of You, Time to Love. It's just, they have such a long list of amazing songs that are title tracks, and that's not even going through their B-sides. And this release is just not their best. It wasn't their best, and that's why it took me such a long time to get this, because I was really upset. I was really, really upset with this album. I wanted to support the girls, but Like I held back. I held back on buying this because I just did not enjoy it, and I was really pissed off at MBK. So this didn't even do that well either. So it was just announced that they're not going to release a song with Bray Brothers. Thank God. They're gonna go back with Double Psychics, who produced some T-Ara songs and T-Ara N4 song. I forgot what it's called. So yeah, so we have a different producer this time around. Of course, their best work is with Shin Sandong Tiger, and that's the person who basically T-Ara owns their career too. He produced the hits for them, but you know, I don't mind doing a different producer. Hopefully, we'll get a different side of T-Ara and still get the huge song that they deserve. Another thing, so that's me. That's it for like comebacks, because I don't know that much either. There's a rumor with a 3-song thing, and I don't even want to talk about that. That just makes me very pissed off. And then for collecting T-Ara, I have majority of their things. This completes my Korean stuff for the group. As a group, I am also missing Hyomin's second solo, so I'll get that. I think I'll be getting the limited edition eventually. I will be getting Anjang's solo eventually, but that's not a priority because I did not enjoy it that much. And her solo, like, OST compilation, I'll get that as well. And then for their Japanese stuff, I have all of their first full-length albums, and I might get some singles that have some B-sides that are not included in their Japanese albums. And I think that's about it for T-Ara collection, my T-Ara collection. And I'm just glad that, you know, I supported them for a very long time, and I'm still supporting them. So please buy T-Ara stuff, especially for their next comeback. I want them to do really well. But the company just is so evil, like, to them. And with like Dia just being over promoted this year, I hope that T-Ara gets that extremely good song that they deserve, especially because this is their 7th year together, and you know, they haven't like given up even after the whole scandal thing. So yes, I would say recommend getting this album, but it wasn't for me. Maybe if you really enjoyed the album, please get it. It's now out of stock, so whatever is still left at a decent price, buy it. I mainly just bought this for collection purposes, and second because of course it has a really thick photo book, and So Good wasn't that bad of a song. It's not a bad song, it's just average. So yes, please support T-Ara, and that's why I wanted to make this video instantly, even though this is kind of an old album. So yes, I screamed when I saw the news of their comeback being finally confirmed. So I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope everyone has a great day, and that everything's going well. And okay, bye guys.